Introducing the Direct Supply Atlas Sit-to-Stand Lift, designed with safety and comfort in mind. Featuring a lightweight and ergonomic design, the Atlas Sit-to-Stand Lift reduces effort and strain on staff compared to direct resident lifting. Foam knee pads adjust both vertically and horizontally to accommodate differing body types, and a calf strap keeps lower legs in place to help prevent sliding. The Atlas Sit-to-Stand Lift can lift residents weighing up to 400 pounds. With its small footprint, it is ideal for use in tight spaces, like bathrooms and resident rooms. The wide, non-slip removable footplate provides a stable, secure base for transferring and allows the lift to be used for gait training. The Sit-to-Stand Lift comes standard with 2 batteries and a charging station. To charge the battery, lift the handle on the back of the battery and then lift the battery up and away from the control box. Place the battery on the charger and listen for an audible click. Once fully charged, lift the handle on the back of the battery. Reinstall the battery onto the control box and listen for an audible click. Best practice, we suggest you leave 1 battery on the charger at all times and rotate the batteries on a regular basis to coincide with routine activities, such as shift changes. To activate the primary emergency release, insert a pin into the hole labeled Emergency on the control box of the lift and push down on the boom at the same time. Please use caution when using the secondary emergency release, as it is a backup that should only be used if the primary emergency release fails. To stop the boom assembly from raising or lowering, press the red emergency button on the control box. To disengage the emergency stop, rotate the red emergency stop button clockwise. Please refer to the diagram shown or the owner's manual for more details. Now we'll go through the process of lifting and moving a resident in 4 steps. Positioning the resident on the sling, positioning the lift toward the resident, attaching a standing or transfer sling, transferring the resident to a wheelchair or other seated position. Before you start, please refer to the Sling Owner's Manual for a complete list of warnings and instructions. Please be sure you have the proper sized sling for the resident. Staff should thoroughly inspect the sling for damage or deterioration. Items to look for include missing or illegible sling identification, discoloration and brittle or stiff areas on any part of the sling, holes, tears, cuts, or snags, broken or worn stitching, excessive wear. If any such damage or deterioration is present, do not use and remove the sling or attachment from service immediately. When using a sit-to-stand sling and lift, residents must be able to support the majority of their own weight, otherwise injury may occur. The methods shown in this video may not be appropriate for all residents, so be sure to always follow your community's requirements for safe lifting procedures. Place the sit-to-stand sling around the resident according to the sling's instruction guide. The bottom edge of a standing sling is positioned on the resident's lower back, or the bottom edge of a transfer sling is at the base of the resident's spine. Residents' arms are outside both types of slings. Place sit-to-stand lift in front of the resident. When lifting a resident, the legs of the lift must be in the maximum open position for stability. Use the spreader adjustment handle to open the legs of the lift to maximum width. Use the steering handle to position the lift. If it is necessary to close the legs of the lift to maneuver the lift under a bed, make sure adequate staff are assisting and close the legs of the lift only as long as it takes to position the lift over the resident. Place the resident's feet in the middle of the footrest with the lower legs parallel to the lower leg support. Adjust the height and depth of the lower leg support as needed for comfortable support below the resident's kneecap. Press the down arrow on the hand control to lower the boom for easy attachment of the sling. We will demonstrate attaching a standing or transfer sling to the lift in this video. Only use slings intended for use with the Atlas lift. Never use a sling from another manufacturer or intended for another lift. Connect the sling straps to the lift arm's hooks. Place the straps of the sling over the hooks at the end of the cradle hanger bar. Match the corresponding colors on each side of the sling. Do not lock the rear casters of the sit-to-stand lift when lifting and transferring a resident, as this could cause the lift to tip and injure the resident or caregivers. Instruct the resident to hold on to the hand grips on both sides of the sit-to-stand lift and lean back into the sling. Press the up arrow on the hand pendant to elevate the resident high enough to clear the arms of the seated surface he or she will be transferred to. The height to which the lift should reach will vary from person to person. Before the resident is lifted from the underlying surface, but after the straps have been fully extended, ensure the straps are properly connected to the sling bar. Secure the leg strap around the resident's legs and confirm a snug fit. For a more upright position, continue the lifting motion to the uppermost position. Residents who are unfamiliar with being lifted by a sit-to-stand lift may need additional assistance or reassurance. Refer to the instructions in the owner's manual for detailed instructions on how to transfer using your direct supply sit-to-stand slings. Return the legs of the lift to the maximum open position when the legs of the lift are no longer under the bed, and lock the shifter handle. His or her weight will be supported by the sit-to-stand lift. Guide the resident onto the wheelchair or other seated surface. This may require 2 assistants. To prevent movement of the wheelchair, engage the wheelchair's brakes. To lower the resident onto the seated surface, press the down arrow. Lock the rear swivel casters on the sit-to-stand lift. Unhook the sling from the attachment points on the lift. Unlock the casters and pull the lift away with the wheelchair. Instruct or assist the resident in lifting his or her feet off the footplate. Remove the sling from around the resident. Prior to use, and for more detailed information on how to use your Direct Supply Atlas Sit-to-Stand lift, please refer to your owner's manual. You can learn more about the entire Direct Supply family of brands made specifically for senior living at directsupply.com/brands.